Hey guys, Happy Dude here. And somebody in the comments said that I ruined the paint job on this gun. And yes, that is true, but I don't like black guns, especially when they're matte black. I wanted a chrome finish and I sort of got a shiny look, but it's not really chrome. So I decided that I'm going to paint Rick's gun from The Walking Dead, the Colt Python, in chrome myself. With this chrome paint right here from Alklad. It's ready to use in an airbrush. Now that I am a master in painting chrome. No, not really. I did have some practice though. So let's give this a try. Now I'm gonna remove the handle because we don't want any paint chrome on there. And I'm actually going to paint this in brown because Rick's gun has a brown handle. You only need to remove these two screws. I'm actually curious if this works because this handle is not made out of plastic. It's flexible rubber. As you can see. So this is the original color of the gun, and now that I think about it, it would be more easily if I just had left the gun in that color. Oh well, it's too late now. Alright, time to put my new ability to paint chrome that I have acquired to the test. But because we're gonna paint it chrome, we need the special black primer from alklad. But first we're gonna need to sand down the gun. And then we also take the drum off. And this mechanism also, it's just one screw. Alright, everything is sanded down. Now, because this is metal, we can use a more powerful degreaser, acetone. Alright, the compressor is filling up. Alright, the gun is completely degreased and I've plugged the hole here, also the aim, and the hole here and here. So we can begin with applying the black primer. Between each layer of primer, you have to wait for about half an hour. So these handles should be brown colored. So first we're gonna degrease them with some isopropyl alcohol. And then I'm gonna spray this primer on, which is good for plastic and metal. I heard good things about Tamiya primer, so let's test that out. So I've put 3 layers of primer on there, first in that direction and then in that direction, with about 5 minutes in between to let it dry, and each layer thicker and thicker. Alright, there are 3 coats of black primer on there, and as you can see it is very shiny. You have to wait half an hour between coats, and I let the last coat dry for an hour. So now it is completely dry. Yes. So now it's time to put on the chrome paint. While the gun is drying, I'm going to put my second coat on the handles, and I think 2 coats will be enough, because paint with a brush is thicker than with an airbrush. And also I can feel that the white Tamiya primer is a very good quality primer, because when I was painting on the brown color, I could really feel that the paint was sticking to the primer. So the man from the store was right, that the Tamiya primer is way better than the Revell primer. And the reason why I am painting the handles with a brush is because that will leave some textures in the paint, so it looks more like real wood. And also because the paint with a brush is a lot stronger. Alright, there are now 2 or 3 very thick chrome coats on. I had to do that because otherwise you couldn't even see that it was chrome, because as you can see there is still some black spots in there. So now I'm going to do the very last and final coat to make it all even. Especially the bottom needs some extra work. Alright, the final coat is on. The chrome itself dries a lot faster than the black primer, so you only have to wait 15 minutes between coats. Alright, I waited 1 hour, so the paint should be dry. So now it's time to put on the clear coat. I'm also going to apply it with a brush. This clear coat has a shiny finish, so we're gonna see how that turns out. Now clear coats that are shiny and glossy are a lot stronger than clear coats with a matte finish, but if it's too shiny you can always put a clear coat with a matte finish over the glossy clear coat, and then you have a very strong clear coat. I let the final chrome coat dry for an hour, so now I can put on the protective clear coat that is special designed for metallic paints. But I'm only going to put the clear coat on the surface where my hands and fingers are going to be. So that's right here, and here on the trigger area, and the hammer, and also the tip of the barrel, and the bottom of the barrel. The clear coat needs to be sprayed on very lightly. After just 15 minutes, the clear coat was already dry, so we can put on the second clear coat. Ta-da! Here we have the finished result. What do you guys think about it? Looks pretty good. Of course, it's not the same as real plated chrome. As you can see here, it's still a very big difference. But what do you expect? It's paint. And I have to say, I did not expect it to be this well. I'm pretty happy with the results. It's very shiny. It has a nickel silver look to it, and it does shine more off camera. I can see it with my eyes. Some of the reflections go lost on the camera, so keep that in mind. Does it still work? Yes, it does. The handle also came out very nicely. It has some real textures in it and some worn out effect. I like that. Very nice, very nice. And so the bottom here is protected with the clear coat. Also this bottom here, the trigger itself, that's why it has a different look, as you can see, but it does not stand out because it's away from the eyesight. And yes, it's safe to touch it, scratch it. Let me get some very strong tape here. As you can see, it will not peel off. It is very strong. I do wait it 2 days to let it completely dry out before I touched it, because I don't want to ruin it. And I am happily surprised how strong this paint is. But of course, I did all the right preparations and I followed the instructions very carefully, so it would turn out the way it is right now. So guys, please let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Did I do a good job? Do you like the new color? What do you think about the paint? And of course, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to see more, and maybe do a small donation to help my channel out. You all have a nice day now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!